Friday, January 26th, and today got off to a quick start because my last alarm went off at 6:37 a.m. and I told myself I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and then get up and give myself enough time to have some breakfast and just hang out a little bit and wake up. And then the next thing I knew, it was 7:15 and I had to get moving quick. So we were a little bit rushed this morning, but ready to sub today and then basketball this evening. Let's go. So I am going to try this new thing, at least for this one, of recording me doing the mini, because since they usually take less than a minute, that should be relatively easy to do and show you what the process looks like for that. Also, just happen to be playing this music in the background. Hopefully that's coming through well enough to be mildly entertaining. But had a little trouble with some clues here and there, but crosswords are great, and you can fill late stuff out as you fill in some other stuff. So I was able to complete this in not too much time today and finish in the time that is going to pop up momentarily. Boom, 47 seconds. So freshman and JV lost, not super awesome. Varsity won, but in the middle of the varsity game, middle of the fourth quarter of the varsity game, there was a minor scuffle, and the benches didn't necessarily clear, but the coaches definitely had to go on the floor and separate, and so that's the first time I've ever had to do that. So that was kind of interesting, but we came out of it with the win, and so that's good for varsity because they needed a boost recently, and it was just weird to be in the middle of a thing like that and separate their players from our players. But in the end, looked like nobody got hurt, though two of our guys got ejected, and hopefully they don't have to miss too many games in the future, but they're probably gonna have to miss at least one. That's what happens when you start stuff like that and attempt to finish it. So hopefully nothing too crazy, but go us for the win. On the way home, got some Chick-fil-A. Didn't record that, but the go-to order at Chick-fil-A is the 12-count nugget meal. Substitute a large mac and cheese, because then you can dunk the nuggets in the mac and cheese, and that's tasty. And then you substitute the drink for a frosted lemonade, because that is delicious. So that's what we had. Got back home and ate that while watching 24, which I forgot the final season only has 12 episodes. And in the middle of the 12th episode, it just jumps ahead 12 hours and then ends. So that was an unceremonious finish to one of my favorite TV series of all time. So moving on to finding a new show to watch now. And somehow I still haven't made time to watch this week's episode of Percy Jackson, and it's not going to happen now because it is after midnight and I have to be in Inglewood at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So it's going to be a long day there. But when we get there, I'll show you what we're doing. In other news, Luka scored 73 tonight, 4 days after Embiid scored 70. What is happening in the NBA right now? Good night, Eldrick.